What is up, YouTube? You scroll here. As I'm sure you know, cylinders 1 and 3 on this motor were not good. Compression came out really low. I think it was like 30 and 60 psi. After doing a little bit of research and from some of you guys giving me some pointers, I'm gonna try to fix this low compression using Seafoam. So as of 2 weeks ago, I thought this motor was pretty much toast. I got low compression on cylinders 1 and cylinder 3. I pretty much thought that this was going to be a rebuild, or I would have to sell the motor and buy a new one, something along those lines. But I got a couple people commenting and hitting me up saying that it's probably the rings, but I should give this a try. Now, I haven't seen many people use Seafoam, but the concept is pretty much the same. It's some sort of cleaner to clean up the cylinder walls. The rings could possibly not be seating well. That could be due to poor crankcase ventilation and oil got in there, and I don't know. But point is, I'm going to be giving this a shot. Now, usually Seafoam isn't used in this sort of application. Usually the motor is in the car. Seafoam gets sucked into the motor, let it sit for a couple minutes, and you start it up and you get this big plume of smoke. General consensus is the bigger the plume of smoke, the more carbon that's being eaten away and burned off, and your motor is therefore clean. Obviously, this motor's not going to start. So what I did, I took a ghetto funnel and a little container, and I poured roughly about an ounce into each cylinder. I let it sit overnight, cranked the motor, obviously with no spark plugs in there, that way the Seafoam could shoot out, and then I did it one more time. So this time around, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna crank the motor, get as much Seafoam out as I can, and then we're gonna do another compression test. So let's see how it goes. So it doesn't look like much, if anything, came out. Check the exhaust port. It's a little wet. But yeah, to me it seems like the Seafoam might have just dripped down into the oil, which, if you don't know, with Seafoam, usually if you're gonna do it, you want to do it right before an oil change because it does thin out the oil. So I'm gonna do a compression test on a couple of the cylinders that I know are good. That way I can get a baseline because I know the numbers previously. That way I can account for any errors. Science, guys, science. Cylinder 6, still around 150. $160 as well. Still 160. And 150. For the moment of truth, cylinder 3. No freaking way. What the hell? That is about 140 to 145? Now that is a hell of an improvement. Over 60 psi? Let's see what cylinder 1 looks like. What? Let's screw it in. So cylinder 1 is reading 90. Let's try this again. Cylinder 1, take 5,684.1. So this time around, right around 140. So to me, what looks like is happening is this gauge isn't really seating well for cylinder 1.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I cheated a little bit and I compression tested it yesterday, just cylinder 1, and it came out decent. So I was actually really surprised to see that compression was coming out low, like 30, 60, and 90 psi. I'm gonna keep fiddling with it, and I'm gonna see if I can make a bit more of an improvement. Because right now, 140. Let's see what the actual number is. Bam! Tried it one more time, and it is sitting at 160. Let's try it again, just to make sure that we're not going crazy here. And there you have it, folks. 160. Hell yeah. Oh, some interesting results. So 150 to 160 psi. I'm at a loss for words. One thing that could possibly be happening is because I put Seafoam in there, in the cylinders directly, kind of similar to like how you would do oil. Maybe that's sealing up the rings, and that's what's giving my high compression. But then again, the Seafoam would have also raised the compression on the cylinders that were good to begin with. I was getting roughly the same numbers. I'm gonna go back to my footage and see what the numbers look like in comparison. Regardless, I don't know that Seafoam would raise a compression by such a significant margin. I mean, more than 100 psi. I highly doubt that it's sealing it that well, and that I do have bad rings. Plus, on top of that, when I did a crank of the motor, nothing really came out. I mean, exhaust valves are dry. Nothing was really spewing out. So I'm willing to conclude at this point that the motor is actually a-okay. It's enough for me to send it. Maybe what I'll do, I'll probably get another can of Seafoam. Once I have the motor inside the car, I can start it up with Seafoam and then hopefully get rid of all the carbon that's in there. And I don't know, we'll see what happens. Regardless, I'm giving this a green light to continue. I'm going to continue working on this motor, and we're going to get this thing going. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this, because I'm still a little bit skeptical. I'm willing to send it, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. Also, shout out to the guys in the comment section, also that messaged me, and everybody on the forums that led me to this moment, because I'm going to send it. Again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get this thing started.